So I quickly wanted to jump into the question of why life designing. I mean, there are so many tools out there and there are so many courses out there. So why life designing? And why am I so attached to life designing and so convinced of life designing? Well, first of all, I think there are few tools that are this adapted to constant life changes, constant modifications, and constant process of life transitions that we're in. And when we have a look at our life, and I just have to look at my life, especially the last year, there have been so many changes either in my personal life or in my professional life, and over again I needed to adapt and I needed to reshape things and I needed to find new ideas and new solutions. So I think many tools out there are quite linear. So you come up with one solution, you come up with one idea for either your professional life or your personal life, but once things start to change in your life again, you're lost again, or you have to start all over. And with life designing, that's different. Life designing is really supporting you throughout this constant change process. And these processes of life changes, they are something also so important for us and so enriching in our life journey. But unfortunately, very often we are thrown off track when something happens, when we need to readapt in our personal life or in our job lives, and we get in a panic zone, or we start to procrastinate, or we start to feel really demotivated because we don't see a way out. So this is why I personally love life designing so much, because I know that my life will be constantly submitted to changes and to new opportunities and to new ways of approaching things. And with life designing, I have an orientation. I have like a compass for myself that is guiding me through these times without forcing me into one path, which maybe I realize after a couple of weeks that's not my path, but which remains flexible and at the same time gives me some guidance and some orientations. And this is important for me, as much as I love my very crazy lifestyle where I have to be very flexible, a lifestyle between two continents, Europe, Brazil, long distance relationship where you also have to figure out a lot of things in our personal lives, and where there are no fixed blueprint for how to do this. As much as I love this kind of life that I'm living, I also need a little bit of structure, a little bit of orientation. And with life designing, I found this, and I see this in so many people that I work with, that it's exactly what they are looking for. They are looking for a support, a guidance to navigate them through the changes, the transitions, the uncertainty, but that doesn't force them onto one path only. So that's why I'm so committed to it. And that's why I'm so committed to bring this tool to you, because let's face it, I mean, our lives are constantly submitted to uncertainty, and we should be well equipped for this so we can enjoy the journey and we can enjoy all the changes and we can enjoy all the opportunities that come along our way. And with life designing, I really want to give you this tool, and I want to give you this tool for good. So it's not something where I want to coach you through one life question. Of course, you might come to this training now or to this course and maybe have one big question in mind, but you will also understand sometimes it's not this one big challenge that you thought that maybe is the core of what is happening in your life, or what is bothering you, or what is holding you back, or in this feeling of being stuck. Maybe it's something completely different. And you will also understand how you can repeat this process for yourself whenever something comes up in your personal life or in your professional life. And also throughout this course, it will be something very holistic. So we don't look at just one area of your life. We will look at all areas of your life, because that's what life designing is about. It's not about a job question. It's not about one relationship question. It's about designing something that is holistically good and that feels meaningful to you and that feels fulfilling to you. So these are also the things when we talk about an emotional level. So what is it that I feel since I started this life designing journey for myself, and what are the emotions or the feelings that I get as a feedback from my students, from the people from the participants of my workshop. And the most common feedback is it's a sense of feeling in charge again, feeling in control. It doesn't mean that you can foresee everything that is coming in your future, but to feel in control, in charge, that you know how to deal with it and you know how to make the best out of it. And this is also a sense of empowerment. And another thing is the sensation of feeling lighter, because a burden is taking off your shoulders when you don't have to have all the answers at any given moment. When you can say, okay, wow, I don't know what to do with this situation right now, but I know how to move forward. I know how to make sense of it. And then I know how to build my steps forward little by little. So also the sense of relief is something that I realized now so strong in my life, that it's so good not to feel this pressure of having all the answers right away, but still knowing that there is a path forward, and that I will get to my answers. And also just this sense of optimism, the sense of optimism, whatever comes, whatever I will be faced now in the next month for myself, that I know how to deal with it, and I know how I myself can build my way forward, and how I can include it in my overall life design, and in a way that really fits for me. Because what fits for me is not maybe a fit for you, and vice versa. So the overall aim of life designing is to build something individual around your life, around your needs, around your values and your dreams. So this for me is the beauty of life designing. And for this reason, because I saw such a huge change in my life, and I saw what was happening for me and the opportunities that open up for me, and then that I'm now able to seize, because I'm able to find clarity in situations. I'm able to see what are my own self-made blocks once I have this clarity. So my limiting beliefs and my counterproductive behavior, and I know what to do to take ideas to action. So not to be stuck in my mind and in this mind movie, how nice things would be, but to really take things into action, concrete action steps, and move forward little by little. So in short, this was now my personal love declaration to life designing, and I hope you find in what way ever also some kind of connections to this wonderful tool, either through the blogs that I'm writing or the videos or lives that I'm doing, or through this training that I'm about to start now. And if you want to know more, just send me an email, send me a message here. I'm looking forward to hear from you. I'm looking forward to hear your feedback, and maybe to have a personal conversation if you want to know more. Till then, take care. Bye.